I want to talk about, how you got to kind of where you are. How did you get into music?
My family has always been pretty creative and into music, and my mom used to like play classical piano and my grandma sang. And my mom put my my entire family into music preschool. I kind of just like from there was doing every musical venue possible. So I was like playing instruments and singing, of course. So I've been singing for a long time. In high school, I had gotten like a guitar for 8th grade graduation, and I had taught myself how to play fairly decently, and just started writing my own stuff. And that was like a time of so much change in my life, and I had moved to a different state from where I had grew up originally, so there was just a lot going on. So then when COVID came around and TikTok was doing what it was doing, I had so much time to just try things out, and TikTok was one of those things, and for some reason they ended up doing well. And I kind of just like ran with it and was really lucky with how things unfolded, and was speaking to different people and learning a lot about where I wanted to take my musical journey, and then was lucky to be in the position that I am now, and lucky to sign and be able to do this full time. So
I want to talk about, your single, The Way I Loved You. Tell me about the writing process and the creative process behind that song. When did you write it?
I wrote it, I think, a little over a month ago in LA, and it honestly really just came out of nowhere. It was the kind of thing where it just like unfolded in such a interesting way, and we just like got in the studio and we're like, oh my gosh, what's this melody? And then we're like, oh my gosh, what are these words? And then everything just came together. So yeah, I mean, it was really just like us having fun, and me pulling from a situation in my life and expanding that into what it became.
Obviously, the song has been doing super well on TikTok. There's that trend that goes with it. Show me your I'm lucky, photo. And a ton of creators have been doing it. So what has it been like to watch the song blow up on TikTok?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. It's like such a moment for me. Like watching so many people's music, do well, and it's so exciting for them, and to be able to feel that as well is really cool. And it's so special that people were able to connect with it on that level. Like it's just really cool for me to see that, and I feel really lucky, and I'm glad that people liked it.
Your new single that's dropping on December 16th called Used to It. I heard it. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so excited for it to come out. So can you talk to us about the writing and recording process for that song?
In terms of like what it's about, I think that the cool thing about what I do is my job as an artist is I can take something in my life and I can make it into what has become used to it, and expand on that idea and see where that takes me. But I did also write that recently, probably a little over a month ago as well. I think it was one of those songs where when we listened to it back, it was kind of like a breath of fresh air and like a relieving moment for me, where I was like, wow, I'm really doing what I love, and this like really is a special song to me. And I just hope that people can connect to it the way that I connected to it. It was so fun to write, and just like the producers and the writers, everyone was just so amazing, and it was so much fun.
Where do you see your career going in the next year? Where do you want it to go?
Well, I would love to do more touring in this next year. It's like, I was just on tour with an artist named Eloise, and it was like the most life-changing experience ever. It was such a special moment, and I really want to keep doing that, especially in this next year. And I really, really do enjoy like opening for other artists. I think it's such a cool creative experience, and everyone's in it together. And then of course I want to keep writing. I'd love to like do a London trip. I'd love to travel more. Maybe do some like late night shows in a dream world. But yeah, I'd love to have an album out, another album out next year. and there's a lot of goals. A lot of goals.
Yeah, no, I think so far you're doing so great, and I think a lot of those goals are definitely attainable. You touched on it a little bit, but what was it like touring with Eloise?
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. I feel so lucky that she invited me to come be there with her, and she's amazing. She's so talented. But it was really cool. It was my first show ever, so it was like a lot of emotions on the table, but it was just another moment that I'd been dreaming of. It's like the feeling you get when you're on a stage, because it's almost like something that I envisioned growing up when I was like an 8-year-old little girl. I'd like stand in the living room with a mic and my mom would be like, all right, it's bedtime. So it's like really cool to actually be able to do that and interact with the crowd and interact with people who love music. It's just such a special thing, and I cannot wait to do it again.
What has been your proudest moment, as an artist, in your life so far?
I honestly would have to say just like remaining myself and really being vulnerable and organic with what I want to do and my sound and everything.
Since we are Celeb Secrets, I'm wondering if you maybe have a secret or just like a behind the scenes thing about your music.
One secret, without spilling too much, is I'm fluent in Russian as well as English.